Welcome all my students, teachers and friends. Yes sir, always be a learner. This is my new journey with and for my student. Today we are going to understand defects of vision and their corrections. The person in the following picture reading the without stress on his eyes. The minimum distance of an object from a normal eye at which it is clearly visible without stress on the eye is called as minimum distance of distinct vision. The position of the object at this distance is called the near point of the eye. For a normal human eye, the near point is at 25 centimeter. Remember that. In short, we can say that the eye's near point is the shortest distance between the object and the eye at which it may be seen clearly without strain. Now observe next picture. In the next picture, the person can easily see distant object or plants or people without straining their eyes. The farthest maximum distance of an object from a human eye at which it is clearly visible without stress on the eye is called farthest or maximum distance of distinct vision. The position of the object of this is called the far point of the eye. Look at this picture. For a normal human eye, the far point is at infinity. In short, we can say that the far point of the eye is the maximum distance at which the eye can see the object clearly. Now, here we should have questions in our mind why it is infinity. We can take the general example as stars that are far away from the earth. Still, we are able to see them. Hence, we can say that the far point of a normal human eye is infinity. The third picture shows a white line up to the near point. Since the distance point is infinite, the red line is shown to be infinite. Look at this picture. We know all the human eye is an optical instrument just like a photographic camera. It captures a sight and forms a real image on the light sensitive screen present at the back of the eye called retina. You know very well that. We saw in the last slide a normal eye can see clearly within the range of 25 centimeter to infinity. When the object is brought closer to the human eye, then the maintain the image on the retina, the focal length of the human eye lens becomes shorter by the action of the ciliary muscles. You know very well ciliary muscle. See the following picture. The candle is close to the eye, means object that is candle near to the eye rays from candle are diverging. In this condition, much refraction needed. So, ciliary muscles get contrast and tensions lost in suspensory ligaments. What is meaning of suspensory ligaments? Look at this picture. You clearly see the ciliary muscles work. The suspensory ligaments of lens a series of fibers that connect the ciliary bodies of the eye with the lens holding it in place. Now, this property of the eye is called as accommodation. We have seen this concept in earlier video. I am given the link to that video in the description box. You check there. That in figure it show the ciliary muscles how they control the lens work. Observe this picture. In this, how suspensory ligaments connect the ciliary body of the eye with lens shows. In these two pictures, first picture muscle contrast like a sphincter on the bottom and lens allowed to bulge. Suspensory ligaments are slack, and in downside picture lens pulled thin, and here suspensory ligaments are pulled tight, and both diagrams shown ciliary muscles also. So you clearly understand the accommodations of lens. Now we understand what is the defect of vision. The ability to see is called vision. We know this. In order to see clearly, the light from object must get focus on the retina as shown in this figure. If it doesn't, the object becomes blurred and we are not able to see. This inability to see is called defect of vision. What is in an eye defect? An eye defect can be defined as the disability of ciliary muscles, which helps in changing the shape of eye lens. These changes can cause problems regarding the image formation of any object in the retina and can lead to the defect of vision. Now we have to see the most common eye defects. There are three common types of eye defect seen in humans. They are nearsightedness or myopia. Look at this picture. Distant objects are not seen clearly in this eye defect. Nearby objects are not seen clearly in this eye defect, and this type of defect is called farsightedness or hypermetropia. Second image. The both pictures are shown two defects, and third defect is presbyopia. Distinct as well as nearby object both are not seen clearly. Defect is called presbyopia. Presbyopia is usually seen in elderly age group, and this happens because of weakness of ciliary muscles. Now let's understand this defect one by one. First, what is myopia? That is nearsightedness. When a person is not able to see distant objects clearly until the object is kept closer to the eye, it is stated as myopia. Myopia is also called nearsightedness or short-sightedness. All the nearer objects are clearly visible to myopic patients. In this picture, show the myopia eye. Daily life example of myopia. A person who faces difficulties in seeing distant vehicles while driving and in recognizing the face of a person showing far away, etc. The examples of myopia. Now, why myopia defect happen? These two issues usually causes myopia. They are, first one, observe this picture. High converging power of the lens means the curvature of the cornea and eye lens increases. The muscle near the lens cannot relax, so that converging power of the lens remains large. This is the first reason for this defect. Another is, look at this picture. Eyeball elongation means the eyeball elongates so that the distance between the lens and the retina increases. Observe this picture, this myopic eye. The arrow shows the myopia image focus in front of the retina causes blurry vision at a distance. So you clearly observe this picture. In this picture, myopia defect is happened. Now, how this defect is corrected? This defect can be corrected by using spectacles with concave lens of suitable power, means proper focal length. Observe this picture. It helps to form image on the retina. How? Just see in next picture. The concave lens diverges the incident rays, and these diverged rays can be converged by the lens in the eye to form the image on the retina. Thus the image form on the retina. Observe this picture and concave lens, how works it is. Remember this too, the focal length of concave lens is negative, So, a lens with negative power is required for correcting myopia. Note that the power of the lens is different for different eyes depending on the magnitude of their nearsightedness. Now we can see the next type of defect of eye, hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is also known as long-sightedness or far-sightedness. A person with hypermetropia can see distant object clearly but cannot see nearby object distinctly. In daily life example, people who face difficulties in reading letters of a newspaper at the time of cutting vegetables and while operating a mobile device, etc. Now look at this picture. In this defect, the near point of the eye is no longer at 25 centimeter but shifts farther away. The images of nearby object get formed behind the retina. Observe this picture carefully. And now, next picture you have to observe, there are two reasons shown in these pictures for hypermetropia. First one, curvature of the cornea and the eye lens decreases so that the converging power of the lens becomes less. Now, in this picture clearly show the focal length of the eye lens is too long. Second reason, due to the flattening of the eyeball, the distance between the lens and retina decreases. Now you have to see the image carefully. The eyeball has become too small compared to normal eyeball. Now let's study the correction of hypermetropia. This defect can be corrected by using a convex lens with proper focal length. See this picture? Here we use the convex lens with proper focal length. Now, next picture also shown the convex lens, how it works. See this picture. This lens converges the incident rays before they reach the lens. The lens that converges them to form the image on the retina. The focal length of a convex lens is positive. Thus, the spectacles used to correct far-sightedness, that is hypermetropia, has positive power. The power of this lens is different depending on the extent of far-sightedness. You may now realize that both myopia and hypermetropia are contradictory. Let us now briefly understand the difference between these two defects. Myopia and right hand side hypermetropia. In myopia, we see nearby object clearly but are not able to see far away object clearly. And now hypermetropia point, we see far object clearly but are not able to see nearby object clearly. Very important points. Second one, the image is formed in front of the retina in myopia and the image is formed behind the retina in hypermetropia. Third point, cause due to excessive curvature of eye lens or elongation of eyeball in myopia. And now in hypermetropia, causes when eyeball is too short or when focal length of eye is too long. Myopia is corrected by using a concave lens of suitable power. Hypermetropia is corrected by using a convex lens of suitable power. Now, third defect, presbyopia. Look at the following picture. This picture, the person in this picture is trying to read the book. The person in the picture is an old man. Therefore, while reading a book, we clearly see very stress on their eyes. In the second picture, the person is trying to read the book by bringing it close to his eyes. Yet, the strain on his eye is obvious. Now, generally, here shown the ciliary muscles. The focusing power of the eye lens decreases with age. The muscles near the lens lose their ability to change the focal length of the lens. Look at this third picture. The near point of the lens shifted farther from the eye. Because of this, old people cannot see nearby object cleanly. Sometimes people suffers from nearsightedness as well as farsightedness, and in such a case, bifocal lens. Here the next picture you have to say the normal eye and three letters are visible, and the next picture there's the prebiopic eye. The front one, the close one, A, is blurry. Now we continue. That's this bifocal lens. And in such a case, bifocal lens are required to correct the defect. In such lens, the upper part is concave lens and corrected nearsightedness, while the lower part is a convex lens which corrected the farsightedness. Here also shown in figure, distance and near object bifocal lens corrected them both simultaneously. I hope all the students have understand eye defect and their corrections. Thank you. Stay connected our channel. If you like this video, subscribe the channel and share the video. Yes sir, always be a learner. Thank you. See you.